go on LinkedIn, do a people search and limit it to your hometown. Then do a search for that degree. So let's say you're wondering, should I get a bachelor's of philosophy or a accounting certification? Those are my two options, right? Nice real world dilemma between those two, right? So do a search for Bachelor of Philosophy, okay? Whatever they call that, BCHP or whatever it's called, and run the search. Now, what you're going to get is you're going to get a bunch of individuals, okay, because it's a people search, and presumably on their profiles, these people say, it says somewhere, Bachelor of Philosophy, right? So either they have that qualification and they've taken that education, or they're in school for it right now, okay? So of those people that have the qualification, they got this like in the past, now they're out in the workforce, presumably. Look at their profile. What jobs are they in? Are they all, flipping burgers and pumping gas, or are they all like the heads of schools? They run institutes of psychological research and private practice on, marriage counseling, or, I don't know. Look at what their career paths are. Now, do you see a pattern? Do they all end up in these high-level positions of a certain type? Or are they all out of work, looking for work now? That will tell you, okay, here's kind of what you can expect in this city if I get this qualification. This is what seems to happen to people who get that, right? So you're not basing your decision on one anecdotal story about somebody's friend. You're basing it on a good cross-section of the people out there that have this. Then compare it to the other qualification, accounting certification. Look where those people are, right? Now, if you want to go deeper, you can always reach out to these people, because you're looking at their profile and there's multiple ways to contact them. You could send them a message, or sometimes people have email addresses or phone numbers on there. If you send them a message, you could say, listen, I'm someone who's considering getting this degree, the thing that you have, and I'd very much if possible, I'd like to speak with you on the phone for a few minutes. If I could ask you a few questions about your experience and what your opinion of that qualification is, I'd very much like to do that if that's possible. And, some people say no, some people won't respond, but some people say yes. And then you can talk to several of these people and form a pretty good idea of how useful this thing is and if it's for you. Okay? So do that with each option you're considering, and, you're getting a lot of good information and insight into this stuff. It's not coming from a school. It's not some sales pitch. This is real world results, okay? And that will allow you to make a much more informed decision about this stuff. If you're in school now, if you really wanted to, if you're having doubts or concerns, look up the thing that you're taking right now and do this. And if some of these people are working as professionals, let's say it was a major in medicine or something, I don't know, and maybe they're working all as doctors in private practice. You could say, hey, thank you so much for speaking with me. I don't know if you do this, but, if ever you were able to give me a tour of your private practice, I'd really be interested in that if that was on the cards, something like that. And some people say, sure, come on down. You come down here, I'll take you through it. I have some time, tomorrow at 3 or whatever. You can get a lot of insight into the possibilities of where your education could take you, if that's what you're looking for.